Well, if you ask me, this is all theatrics out here on the world stage. But they're going to get a bunch of people out there by the nose, and they're going to get them to take the bait on something they've said here or there, liking someone that they've put here or there. And this props up the whole thing to where you have people fighting one another, arguing over things left and right. At the end of the day, that's all this is about. Pitting people against one another. They've begun to do this now with this whole Memo thing, and they are masters at pulling this off. They've done it for a long time. They have think tanks, people that get paid all day to sit around and think of creative ways to pull this off. And these plans are drawn up decades in advance and then implemented later down the road, to where some of the goons fulfilling them don't even realize what they're fulfilling. It's very similar to like the military. Each soldier is only told what they need to know. The broader scheme of everything is unknown by lower level people. So to me, there's a lot of theatrics tied into this. And what we have here with this Memo release is all these threats, all the finger pointing, all the blaming, this and that, people already bickering back and forth over this, choosing a side, falling in love with one of their shills from one of their alphabet gangs out here that's on Jesuit Zionist command. The stuff we've been preaching for years, yet people still going to take the bait. Now we have Trump coming out and saying, oh, we're going to release this, declassify, I'm going to send it back to the committee so they can release it. Then the FBI is coming out and saying, whoa, we've barely had any time to review this. We're warning you, there's stuff in there that's going to cause an uproar and that's false, and they can't even get on the same page. And to me, this is designed chaos. It's the same thumbprint that I've seen left everywhere else. And now they're just moving it to this theater, so to speak. And people are going to fall right into it. And come Friday, when all the details come out, you're going to see people latching on to every single thing that was put out, that they put out. I like to see people that stop and say, hold on, wait a second. Let's review this. How much of this is even legitimate? No, other people just grab it and take off running. This is what it says. It's this way or no way. I told you. I'm falling in love with their people. And then, you see, when they're in that violent stage, that's when they're really starting to awaken. That's when they're really starting to realize that everything that they were thinking and everything else was a lie. And they have to come to terms with this. This is happening more and more and in different ways than people expect these days. But at least it's happening and people are awakening. And we need it. We need people to kind of face the fire and say, okay, I might have supported that guy or liked what he said here and there, but not no more. I see through and through what's happening here now. And be happy that you see it for what it is, the true way. What I see coming out of this is, like I said, going to be some major finger pointing, especially in the upper echelons of the alphabet gangs of this country. And it could put a wedge and cause a greater division between some of these units than what we've seen before. And it would be by design. This is where some of you forget this. And I see you falling back asleep out here. And you claim and think that you're awake. But you fall back asleep with some of the simplest things that are obvious tactics being used by the establishment on you. Oh, did you forget that it exists? Because it does. And it's not going anywhere until people forcibly remove the evil and corruption that exists out here. No white knights are going to save the day. You have got to be the change that you seek, ladies and gentlemen. I'll update and I'll leave a link. It's been Dabu7. Peace.